She offered a quiet, private apology away from the cameras, press conferences, and the widely shared video that has received millions of views this week across all online social media platforms. Stewart, Breanna, the most accomplished player in New York Liberty history, a two-time WNBA champion and former MVP, discreetly contacted Sophie Cunningham and uttered the words that no one in the building had anticipated her saying on Saturday afternoon. "I apologize."
She throwing up her hands like she ain't just, damn me, boom. Lead forward and assault Sophie Cunningham, bro. Dirty play there. That was a dirty play.
That response, that unedited, unprocessed, sidewalk-level camera footage response from a fan who could. They couldn't believe what they were seeing in real time. The internet witnessed that. That's what got viral. That's what ended up on Cathy Engelbert's desk. Breanna Stewart is currently informing the world, particularly the WNBA commissioner, that what you saw in that video was not what it appeared to be.
Boom, bro. Boom. Just completely look at Breanna Stewart's face.
Take a look at that face. Take note of the body language. Observe the referee's quick turn while holding both hands in. The atmosphere. Did you think that was an accident? Because, according to those with direct knowledge of the matter, yes, says Breanna Stewart, it was entirely accidental, she claims. She claims to have been heading to a basketball game. The contact took place, and the widely shared video turned an ordinary event into a catastrophic one. She is currently accepting that reasoning. Quickly and directly to Cathy Engelbert, as a 5-game suspension is allegedly pending on the commissioner's desk, and Stewart is running out of time to prevent it from becoming official. Take a look at Sophie. Sophie hasn't failed. Breanna Stewart was a large gal right away. Look, she didn't raise her hands. Look, there's a major difference. There's a distinction. There was a significant, indisputable, slow motion, frame-by-frame disparity between Sophie Cunningham's the elbow and Breanna Stewart's reaction to its delivery. Cunningham took it in, stood up straight, returned to her work, didn't raise her hands, didn't search for a foul call, and didn't act innocent for the official. After delivering the hit, Stewart started playing basketball in the most dramatic way possible. The Barclays Center had witnessed innocence during the preseason. However, no one is connecting to this. Everything is changed by the apology. Not because of it, that demonstrates that the hit was unintentional. Not because Stewart is immediately sympathetic to it. However, the reality that Breanna Stewart, one of the most arrogant, fiercely competitive, and mentally tough athletes in this league's history, reveals something about why they felt the need to apologize in secret. Enormous about the real events taking place in this narrative, indicates that she is well aware of the gravity of the situation. It indicates that the threat of suspension is genuine. Additionally, it indicates that the WNBA is going to decide that might completely alter the 2022 season's power structure before the first regular season game is even played. Let's dissect each layer of this this moment. Prior to assessing Breanna Stewart's apologies appropriately, prior to considering her appeal to Cathy Engelbert and determining if the alleged 5-game punishment is warranted or excessive, we must revisit Saturday afternoon at the Barclays Center and rebuild just what occurred with the accuracy that this occasion requires. Due to the fact that there are currently 2 conflicting accounts of this tale, because the truth always exists somewhere in the gap between them at times like these. The first version is what? The video goes viral. Unfiltered, unedited, and raw. We have copyrighted music, so let me turn off the sound. Do you guys see that? Did you all? She is currently raising her hand. That fan video, no broadcast polish, 17 rows up. No editorial choice. Choices regarding what to highlight and what to omit. Simply pointing a smartphone at a basketball court and taking a picture. The mainstream cameras totally glossed over. And what it recorded in slow motion in real time, frame by frame, is the WNBA preseason play that has sparked the most controversy. The biomechanical reality is as follows. Of what is seen in that video, the feet of Breanna Stewart are traveling beyond the 3-point arc. She is not motionless. It implies that she is not allowed to make touch. She literally propels her weight forward. Instead of preparing for contact, they projected toward Cunningham. She pulls her arm away from her chest. Maximize the elbow's surface area instead of defending herself. Additionally, the following contact is straight, powerful, and hits Cunningham right in the chest. Thus, this is a variation of it in slow motion. Thus, as you can all see, just have a look at it. Boom, dude. Boom. Simply put, take a look at Breanna Stewart's face, and we put this person in charge of CBA negotiations. That is the first version of the narrative, which has received millions of views. Cathy Engelbert is seated in front of this particular rendition. It is the version that sparked the discussion about suspension in the top spot. This is Breanna Stewart's second version. Sources close to Stewart's side claim that she was flowing with the basketball play. The communication with Cunningham was incidental. The type of collision that occurs numerous times during a professional basketball game without anyone trying to get suspended. She asserts that the widely shared video gave the impression that it was intentional. That doesn't accurately represent her intentions. Cunningham was not her aim. She had no intention of communicating. She was engaged in a basketball game. Additionally, right after the match, before the video had even completely gone viral, she made a private contact with Sophie Cunningham from player to player, no publicists, no cameras, no well-crafted message. A straightforward, heartfelt apology that admits the collision occurred and states that it was never her desire to harm or threaten Cunningham. Let's now discuss the true meaning and effects of that apology. Not cruel. Moving feet and body weight propel forward in search of a collision. That is not the vocabulary of an unintentional contact. That is the vocabulary of deliberate physical contact. And the video confirms it. Language, regardless of Breanna Stewart's personal intentions. This is the crucial legal and procedural distinction that is crucial to the suspension appeal and leagues for professional sports. While important, discipline purpose is not decisive. Like the majority of professional leagues, the WNBA's disciplinary system assesses physical plays using the footage's objective content rather than just the players. Asserts that they were thinking that a player may genuinely think that their impact was unintentional, but the biomechanical evidence reveals an alternative narrative. In those situations, the evidence usually has greater weight than the claimed intent. Breanna Stewart's appeal to Cathy Engelbert is fundamentally hampered by this. The video is the video, and the video is stuck in place. In light of this, let's discuss the apology itself. The fact that Breanna Stewart apologized in private, discreetly, and in front of the full impact of the viral moment is truly important, and it should be examined with the same level of accuracy that we used. To the video. The timing comes first. Stewart swiftly and discreetly contacted Cunningham before the video had fully. However, prior to the suspension rumors coming to light, and prior to the media narrative completely solidifying around the play as an intentional act of targeting. That time is significant because it implies that Stewart realized right away that even though she is publicly claiming that it was inadvertent, contact went too far. You don't express regret in private for what you honestly think was just standard basketball contact. You don't contact the player away from the cameras, right after a preseason game if you believe nothing occurred. Regardless of the language used, the apology itself is an implied admission that something occurred that deserved recognition. That apology was not requested by Sophie Cunningham. She didn't ask for a statement. She refrained from publicly criticizing Stewart in front of the media. She took the blow, kept her equilibrium, and immediately returned to performing at the highest level for the remainder of that basketball game. That is the person's personality. Breanna Stewart expressed regret. Additionally, it gives the gesture authenticity even though it could be more intricate to assess. Because this is the aspect of Sophie Cunningham that the larger WNBA discourse continuously undervalued. She is an enforcer, not a victim. She developed her entire professional career as a player. Identity centered on physical toughness, fierce competition, and the particular type of on-court perseverance that makes teammates feel shielded, making opponents uneasy. Cunningham's reaction to Breanna Stewart's elbow landing was not to give up, not to act, and not to ask for pity. T was to play harder and stand up more erect. Because of her response and warrior mindset, knowledgeable basketball fans referred to her as Caitlin Clark's personal bodyguard. She selected protection as her identity, not because she needed it. Thus, when Breanna Stewart discreetly comes out to apologize, she is not offering an apology to a person who was devastated by the interaction. She is expressing regret to someone who demonstrated in real time that she was not broken by the interaction. And that distinction is crucial on how we assess the apology's sincerity and strategic reasoning. Gritty, genuine, as opposed to controlling the referee. Breanna Stewart's apology is currently being compared in this way, by everyone seeing the development of this tale as this an honest, sincere acknowledgement from a rival who is aware that she crossed a line? Or is this a deliberate, well-timed action intended to elicit a sympathetic response? Story leading up to the commissioner's appeal. In all honesty, it can be both at the same time. And it's precisely this intricacy that makes a clear resolution to this tale so challenging. Stewart truly regrets the interaction, and simultaneously acknowledged that sharing that sorrow in private prior to the suspension becomes official, presents her petition to Engelbert in the best possible light. It is possible for both to be true simultaneously, and the appeal must be assessed by the WNBA's disciplinary procedure based on the evidence rather than the sincerity of the apology. Let's now discuss the actual basketball implications of a 5-game suspension for the New York Freedom. Because Cathy Engelbert does not find Breanna Stewart appealing as a matter of principle. She is appealing since this penalty will actually have a negative impact on her franchise's ability to compete. Severe 0.5 games, the beginning of the regular season in 2025, without their most crucial member. Let's examine what the Liberty appear as though Breanna Stewart wasn't on the ground. Stewart serves as the Liberty's offensive pivot. In order to create ball movement against predetermined defenses, she serves as the high post hub. She poses a threat to spacing, builds driving lanes for Breanna Stewart. She maintains the offense's functionality as the backup playmaker. Stewart is the inside presence that makes the Liberty's time